Hi guys, welcome to another video. I wanted to put this one out early this morning so that I had enough time to do the edits and all of that. It is bright and early in the morning. I have my daily hydration. I have a Halloween haul for you. I also want to do kind of like a quick little update as well because it's been a while since I've shared some updates and stuff. So those of you guys, so those of my subscribers who follow me for like the other more personal things or weight loss journey updates and all of that, we'll get into that as well. If that sounds good to you guys, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's get into today's video. I'm gonna have a sip of water. Oh, so refreshing. I feel so clean right now. I literally just got done with my shower and my skincare and I put a little bit of makeup on. I feel really good today, which I needed because PMS is in full swing. I am literally like just waiting for you know who to arrive and still waiting. So it's any day now, literally, but PMS is in full swing. So let's talk updates first and then we'll do the spooky haul. Things have been really good. The biggest update I have is I started my prescription Wegovy 2 weeks ago. Quick little recap and a summary. My weight loss journey started in October 2024 and I got on semaglutide, which is a compound version of the GLP-1 for weight loss. So that was like what, a good 8 months, I think. Yeah, about 8 months. In that time frame, I lost a pretty good amount of weight. I would say I lost a good 42-ish pounds on semaglutide, probably even maybe a little bit more. Maybe about in the spring of this year, so around April, I had a doctor appointment. I did labs and all that stuff, and I spoke with my doctor about wanting to get on a like seeing if my insurance would cover the GLP-1s, because the telehealth company that I was using for semaglutide, they were pretty much telling us they were not going to be able to make the compound unless it was like personalized to the person, and plus I was paying a good amount of money a month for that, and so it just didn't seem fair that my health insurance had denied me, you know, back in October. So I was like, I wanted to try it again, see if things changed. My husband had told me some stuff changed with the health insurance and all of that, so we figured let's just see what happens. So I had a doctor appointment, talked to my doctor about all this stuff. She's very proactive about it. She was very supportive about it. She's like one of those young, modern doctors. And she just knows her stuff. And I'm so grateful for her. I will always drive the 45 minutes to an hour to go see her, because she's actually one of the really good doctors. I've had really crappy ones in the past, and she's very good. And she wrote me a prescription. They had to send it over to the insurance. The insurance needed to have the approval. It had to go like back and forth. I was denied the first time with it, and then the nurse practitioner and the doctor and all that, they worked around it. I had to show proof that I was on some kind of weight loss routine, and so I did screenshots of all of my weigh-ins. I did screenshots of like the tracking that I was doing. Pretty much I track my measurements, my weight. I should be tracking the food I eat, but I haven't been that great. But I do track like the weight and the measurements, and then I took screenshots of the telehealth platform that I was using just to show proof that I was actually like seeing, you know, a doctor through telehealth and all of that. And they ended up approving my prescription for Wegovy in April. So as of April, I'm covered for about six or 7 months. I'm covered till June. I mean, sorry, not till June. I'm covered till December. And then I have to go through another approval. We have to go through that whole limbo again. So as soon as the prescription went through, I went and I picked it up, and I still had a vial of semaglutide. So I didn't want to waste the money that I had spent on that last vial. So I ended up finishing most of the vial, which was the end of June. And then as of the beginning of July this month, I started Wegovy. Just being on the Wegovy for 2 weeks now, I can tell that it's working. And I'm very grateful. I was like crossing my fingers that this was going to work. But I could tell that it's been working. It's pretty much similar to semaglutide. It's just a little bit stronger than semaglutide. My doctor started me on the same dose that I was at on semaglutide. I did not start on a starter dose for Wegovy. I'm more like, I don't even think I'm at a high dose yet, because semaglutide I only got up to 1 milligram, and I've been on the 1 milligram for like 6 months. So she started me at the same 1 milligram of semaglutide. Of Wegovy. So I don't put my body into shock or anything like that. It is definitely stronger. I could feel, the way I could tell it's stronger is the appetite suppression is definitely working. I still get a little bit of food noise. I do get cravings, but that's normal. But the appetite suppression, meaning like when I'm eating, I'm not finishing a full plate like I used to, or I get fuller faster, or I'll be eating something and it just doesn't feel or taste good anymore to me, so I'm not interested in it. So that's been nice. But as far as like side effects, semaglutide gave me headaches. I had a lot of headaches on semaglutide, a lot of fatigue on like day 2 of the shot, like the second day after, and probably just headaches and fatigue were the biggest side effects. Wegovy, it's only been 2 weeks, so all I've noticed so far is upset stomach a little bit, like going to the restroom, you know what I mean? Like when you eat something and then you know how like it instantly like goes through you. I've noticed I've had that little bit of an issue every so often, especially the first week, but I think that's because my body was acclimating to it. This second week it hasn't been as bad, but I do notice like I have a sensitivity with my stomach. So I'm like being mindful of what I'm eating, especially when I'm going out. Like if I'm not home, I'm very careful of what I'm eating or how much I'm eating, because I don't want to get the stomach ache, you know, when I'm out and about. I feel like the side effects for semaglutide were way worse than the Wegovy. But again, it's still too soon. It's like it's only been 2 weeks. As far as weight loss goes, I weighed myself this morning because my weigh-in is actually tomorrow. I do my weigh-in on Thursday, so it's actually tomorrow. But I weigh myself the day before just in case, because sometimes like your weight limbos so much. I just like to see kind of a ballpark. So I usually weigh myself every day if I'm in the mental capacity to do so. So as of today's weight, I've lost 55 pounds. I think I'm at 55 pounds. And it looks like I've dropped a pound since last week's weigh-in. And then before that with Wegovy, like when I first started that first week, I lost, I think it was like 2.5 pounds. So I've already lost 3.5 pounds using Wegovy, and it's only been 2 weeks. I feel like it's been working. It's been helping. It's definitely helped push me out of a stall. I was in a stall on semaglutide at the very end. I was stuck at like the same weight, give or take a pound or two, for a good month and a half or so. So I was kind of limboing. But yeah, it's been really good. Very successful so far. Feeling good. And just really hopeful and crossing my fingers that I will be reaching the goal weight, the first goal weight that I have, maybe by the end of the year. I'm kind of being hopeful that that'll happen. You never know. But it just all depends. And also just crossing my fingers that my insurance will continue to cover Wegovy during the second time where I have to get the approval and all that, because the crazy amount of money I was paying for the compound versus what I'm paying now that it's covered by my insurance is insane. Like, it's insane. So very grateful, very thankful for that. And I just feel really good. So wanted to give you guys that update. If you guys have any questions, you can, leave me a comment. You can send me an email, whatever, all my contact information is there in the description box. We could chat all of that if you like, but let's get into the next part of the video. Halloween hunting. I have been, I don't want to say going crazy, but I did go crazy. I feel like I went crazy when I went to my Home Goods Halloween hunting, which was the previous video you guys watched. I had to go back. Yesterday, I drove back to At Home because when I went to At Home, I had the intention of looking for the vulture with the little lantern, and I completely zoned out when I was in the store. I don't know if this happens to anyone else when you guys are Halloween hunting, but do you guys ever just like, you get tunnel vision? Or there's so much to look at that you just completely like zone out and you forget what you're hunting for? Because that happens to me. And if I'm not careful, I will miss something. And it tends to happen when I take my husband with me, because he's telling me to look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that, and I'm all over the place. So anyways, long story short, the At Home visit that I did over the weekend, I completely bypassed the vulture. And when I was looking back at pictures that I was taking, in the background, I could see the freaking vulture in the background. And I'm like, I didn't even notice it. So I drove back to At Home yesterday. And At Home is probably a good 45 minutes away from where I live. So not too far, but it's also not around the corner. This is what I'm talking about. The little lantern lights up. It's like a little tea light candle situation, and it flickers. I love it. And I picked up 2 of these. So I had to get 2 because I like to have balance with my decor. Especially, I have a plan to put these on the entertainment center that I have. In my entertainment center, it's kind of, it's like you got the TV, and then like the TV is sitting on like the stand, and then you have 2 pillars on either side of the TV that has like shelving space for whatever. So I'm thinking of putting the vultures on the top of those pillars, and I wanted 2. So I got 2 of them. They're super cute and creepy kind of looking too. But let me see if you guys could get that close up of that lantern. You have like a little skull head, and the vulture himself, I love his face. He is so fantastic. So picked up 2 of him. Very happy. He's not that tall. He's very, you know, probably maybe, I don't know, 1.5 feet in height. Very cute. So if you're looking for like a tabletop lantern spooky kind of thing, and you love birds, you like vultures, I think you'd really like that one. So that piece cost, I think it was $38, $39. It was $40 with, you know, with tax, $40. But I had a 15% off coupon, so I got discounted on that. I also picked up a couple more mini jack-o'-lanterns. I don't even know if I showed these to you guys. I have to think. I hope I showed you that haul. I've gotten so many things I can't even remember. But these are smaller. These are smaller than the other ones I got At Home. At Home, the other ones were a little bit bigger. These are a little bit smaller, and I really like the jack-o'-lantern face. It is classic jack-o'-lantern face. And I picked up 4 of these because these are only $2 each. So I picked up 4 so I can put them around the house. I really want to do like a little spooky pumpkin patch or something. So I think I'm going to finally be able to do that. And I love it. So picked up 4 of those. So of course, because I was in the area, I went over to Home Goods because I was looking for Joanna Parker. Didn't find any Joanna Parker. I also was able to see like my first experience of resellers going into Home Goods, because I literally got to Home Goods right before they opened, and so there was people standing outside. There was people ready to go with their carts. As soon as the doors opened, they rushed in, and I got to see it in action, and it's actually quite like, it gives anxiety. So I took my time when I went inside the store, and I figured everyone's going over to the Halloween section. I'm going to go over to the dishware and see if I could find Joanna Parker. Because like I said, Joanna Parker is mainly dishware stuff. So usually her stuff is like by the mugs and all of that. So I went over there, no Joanna Parker, but I did spot the ghost paper towel holder. This thing was viral last year, you guys. This ghost paper towel holder was so popular. I never got to even see it in the flesh. And there was one of them over there in the dishware area, and I grabbed him real fast. So while everybody else was going crazy, these resellers were literally looking for that pink ceramic scream thing. If I remember, I'll put a picture. I think that thing is so ugly. I don't understand what the craze is over it, but whatever. I guess there was like 2 or 3 of them in the Halloween area, and these people went cuckoo over it. So while everyone was busy over there, I was picking up my ghost paper towel holder, and I absolutely love it. I had to try him out yesterday. I put him in my, I literally put the paper towel on him because I needed to make sure that it fit before I took all the tags off, because this thing looks thick. So I was like, I hope this fits. Fits perfectly, and it looks really, really cute. So I am excited because this is actually going to boost the kitchen decor. So I love that. I'm putting together a little boo basket for my spooky friends, so I can't really share all of that stuff, but I did pick up a couple things there, and that was it. I didn't get anything else at Home Goods. I was shocked. There was stuff that I wanted, but I was telling myself no because I've already bought too much stuff. So then I went over to TJ Maxx. So there's a separate TJ Maxx store, and I figured, you know, maybe I'll get lucky with some Joanna Parker there. The Halloween area over there was okay. It wasn't the greatest. It looked like the people were still setting it up because there was like a lot of those carts and stuff, you know, that were shelved with like all the things on it. So there was a lot of those, and I hunted through, you know, the decor that was already put up, but I kept eyeballing those carts that the workers used to put out the decor, because there was a lot of Halloween on those carts, and they were all like stacked side by side, so you couldn't walk in through there. I have no shame. Like, if someone were to come up and tell me you can't do that, then I would, you know, apologize or whatever, but I have no shame. Like, if I'm seeing things that I want, I'm gonna grab it because I'm gonna pay for it. So I was literally moving the carts over so I could fit my body through. And I was looking through the shelves, and I am so glad I did it because I spotted this Joanna Parker piece. It is the ghost, which according to one of you guys that watches videos, you said it's Gus the Ghost. A small version of him. Now he does have a little bit of a blemish on his face right here, but that's okay. Like, that doesn't bother me. And he was only, how much are he was $14.99. $14.99. How much did I pay for the bigger one? I think it was like $24. The prices are up on Halloween decor, you guys. $14.99. I feel like if this was last year, this probably would have been half that price. I don't know. I thought that was a little bit steep, but it's Joanna Parker, and it's the little ghosty, and I figured this is a smaller version of it, so this one I can use here in my office, and then I'll put the bigger one as my Halloween decor. And then I was hunting around a little bit more, and I found another Joanna Parker piece. I found the mummy, and it's a little candy dish. So this mummy, never seen him before. Thought he was super cute. Love the black and orange detail. And yeah, I love that it's a candy dish. So there's so much that you could do with this. I'm telling you, I am going to put up just a shelf dedicated to my Joanna Parker finds because I'm so excited about it. At TJ Maxx, it was actually a pretty good visit. I also, this Joanna Parker piece, $12.99. Still a little steep if you ask me, but I don't know. I don't know how the regular prices go. I also saw him. Oh my gosh. Another mummy, a little mummy ghost. So cute. I thought this guy was too cute to pass up. So picked him up. He's priced, yeah, this one is priced at $7.99. So I think that they jacked up the prices for the Joanna Parker specifically because it's Joanna Parker and people know that they're collecting them. But this one was only $7.99 and he's so cute. So I haven't decided if I'm going to keep him here in the office or if he's going to become Halloween decor. He's probably going to become Halloween decor though. I think he'll look really cute somewhere in my living space, my living room. Was this beautiful baking dish, and it has the cutest little ghosties. Now, I don't normally buy baking, like bakeware, Halloween bakeware, but I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting older and more, maybe that's just what happens as you get older. You start to have an eye for cooking, baking, kitchen shit. Like, I'm like, here I am going crazy over a paper towel holder. But I just thought that this dish was so cute. And this is not something that I would just use for Halloween. Like, I will use this all year. And I just think it's so cute. And so I love it. And I think this will be a cute little casserole dish, making a little cake or something. I don't know. But it's, you could put it in the oven. You can put it in the microwave. You could put it, the sticker said you could do all the things with it. So I was very pleased with that. I'll have it on here. Yeah, $17.99. So $17.99, not too bad. I got this cat mug. I got this cat mug from Home Goods. I literally, you guys, I don't need mugs, but I'm ready to throw out some of my old ones because they're so old and falling apart. And I bought a lot of cheapy mugs last year from Target. These are way better quality. I'm telling you, like, Home Goods has some really good quality stuff. Oh my God, it's a Ray Dunn mug. I didn't even know that. Feline Spooky. I don't collect Ray Dunn, but Feline Spooky. I thought that was so cute. But I love the ghost cat. You just always see ghost dogs and stuff, so I love seeing the ghost cat, and I love the jack-o'-lantern with the triangle eyes. I feel like that's just classic Halloween. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to toss out some of my older, not my older, but like my cheapy mugs that I bought and replace it with these guys. And then I got soap. I bought a lavender mist hand soap. I bought it because of the ghosts, so thought it was cute. I decorate my bathroom and all of that, so you can never have too many soaps. I'll probably end up putting this one in the kitchen though, because for the bathroom I have green. I'm gonna use the candy apple cauldron scent for my witchy theme. So the lavender mist hand soap, I'll probably put this in the kitchen. What else did I do? Where else did I go? I also went to Barnes & Noble because I wanted to pick up the new Geneva Rose book that she came out with. I don't have the book here, but I did get this cute little plush. I collect spooky plush, you guys. I put it in my office on my bookshelf, but I thought this was so cute. So it's a little book. It's a spooky book, and it says, "I like my thrillers dark and twisted." I like my thrillers dark and twisted. He's so cute, squishy little book. So thought that was too cute to pass up, so I picked him up. Then on my way home, I had to drop off a package because someone bought something from my Mercari shop. So I dropped off the package, and then I went to the first antique store the first antique store of the season for spooky season, because I saw on their Instagram, they posted a picture. They don't have Halloween up yet, but they did post a picture, and I spotted what I believed was a Joanna Parker piece, and I wanted to see if they still had it. So I went to this antique store and I got the Joanna Parker owl. I literally spotted this thing in the picture. It was like off in the background. It's cute. It is so cute, and I love the little owl face. So that's so exciting because I have the one owl salt pepper shaker. So I love that. And then I was browsing around the antique store because I was seeing if they had any Halloween out. The vendors don't, but we're getting close to it. I did find these cute salt pepper shaker cats. They don't have eyes. I mean, they have like the outline of it. but I thought these were cute little cats, little yellow cats. Vintage, obviously. Not sure what year. I was doing like a Google search, and the AI thing was telling me probably the mid-century, like mid 1950s. So that's kind of cute, but I love it because they're little cats. So I'm gonna put those out for Halloween as well because of the yellow color. I found this funky clown ornament. He's like made out of plastic and he's so creepy. That is why I picked him, because his little face, I just thought that that would be fun to put on my spooky tree. A creepy clown. There was like this whole pile of Beanie Babies, and if you were, you know, if you were in the 90s, you know, Beanie Babies were huge back in the 90s. I used to have some, and I found a Beanie Baby pumpkin bear, and this guy is called Carver. Carve a place in your heart for me. How cute. So it's a little bear in a pumpkin costume, and I just thought he was so cute because this is something that I could put up in the kitchen or whatever, and so precious. So I of course picked him up, and I love his little pumpkin outfit. So totally love the nostalgia of finding a Beanie Baby in the antique store. And that was everything I got, you guys. That was it was literally a fun shopping day. It was very fun. My main focus, obviously, was getting the vultures. Like, that was the whole point of going out. But when you're driving 45 minutes to an hour to a store, you better believe I'm gonna stop and look at other stores, because I have to make that drive worthwhile. I also wanted to share my little ghost lamp that my husband fixed. So I got this at Cracker Barrel I think it was 2 years ago, because last year the glitter globe I bought was the spooky tree, and then I think this one was from the year before. So I think this was 2023. And I don't know what happened, but last year he wasn't working. Everything just wasn't working. I don't know what Hubs did. He opened him up. Probably, I know he switched the batteries out, but I think he fumbled with something with the switch. So he turns on now, because I think before he wasn't turning on. You're not going to be able to see it because of the way the camera is, but pretty much his belly swirls. There you go. It's like this cloudy swirl, so it's not necessarily glitter. And he works now. So I don't know what happened to him before, but he wasn't working. I almost threw him out, but Hubs fixed him. So we're good. So I have him here on my table. I'm keeping him in my office now so I can make sure he's with us for a little bit longer. Oh, and then the last thing I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if this is gross. I don't think this is gross. I mean, it's lotions. So Bath and Body Works didn't come out with the Candy Apple Cauldron lotions this year. I don't know why, because it smells so good. And I was a little bummed because I love the Ghoul Friend. I love that one. I also bought some Wicked Vanilla Woods this year, and I've been loving their lotions. I've learned with the lotions for Bath and Body, you have to wear it. You have to just put it on, even if you're not crazy about the smell, because it'll actually grow on you. So anyways, the Candy Apple Cauldron, I have the hand sanitizers in that scent, and it smells so good. I bought 6 of them, literally, because I wanted to make sure I had enough that would last. But the hand sanitizers, they smell so good, and I really wanted to see about the hand cream. So I went on Mercari and I ordered 2 hand creams, or the body creams, and the seller claims that they were brand new, that they weren't used, which I believe her. Like, they feel pretty full. And yeah, I went and bought them. I mean, I'm sure maybe Bath and Body Works maybe they'll put one out later. I don't know, but they didn't have one this time. So didn't want to wait till next year. And yeah, so the girl sent me her lotions. And when I tell you guys, oh my gosh, when I tell you guys this lotion smells so good. Like, if you like the hand sanitizer, oh my God. Oh, it's like, I mean, obviously you're going to smell like candy apple, but it smells so good. So I'm really happy. This was last year's packaging. I kicked myself for not buying any last year because I was so into the Ghoul Friend. The packaging is beautiful in this. So very unfortunate that they didn't come out with the body cream this year. I also picked up another puzzle from Marshall's. I got a puzzle at Marshall's over the weekend, and then I found another one. So I have a haunted house one that I'm working on right now, and then I got this one. It's like a candy treat picture. I really like these puzzles because the pieces, even though it's 1,000 pieces, the pieces are big, which I love because it's easier to see the image and it's easier to kind of like do the puzzle. So, and that's just kind of like, that's what I do in my pastime, you guys. I do puzzles and I love it. So have another spooky puzzle to work on. And then I also pulled out my ornaments because I don't even think I showed you guys these in a haul. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But one of the first visits I did to Home Goods like weeks ago, I got ornaments for my spooky tree. I don't think I showed you guys, but they have the packaging and it looks very much like the vintage Halloween ornament packaging. So I love that. But I love these balls. They have the silver, orange, black, white, really cute. So I got some in that. And then I also got some in a smaller size. So sorry for the glare. But I think that they're going to look really cute on the spooky tree. And I cannot wait to put them on the tree. I can't wait to do my spooky tree, you guys. I think that's gonna be so much fun. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching another haul. The lady at the antique store was telling me that her vendors are gonna start putting out Halloween. So in the next couple weeks, so I'm thinking by the end of July, for sure in August, we're gonna have some antique Halloween hauls to do. I'm hoping I find some goodies. I'm hoping, you know, even just going and looking around is enough to put a smile on my face. So I'm excited for that. And then the only other big box store that I'm excited for, aside from Target, which will be later on, is Ross. I think Ross is going to start putting out their Halloween, especially in August. So I will probably be doing some Ross visits. We'll see. We'll see if we find anything good, if it's worth it. But for sure, looking forward to Target, Halloween. And yeah, and then the decorating will start. I'm going to start decorating the end of August so that by like the 1st-ish of September we'll be ready. I don't know. I'm excited thinking about it all. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys are doing well. I will see you guys in my next video very, very soon. Take care. Love you guys and see you guys later.